Hey everybody, welcome back to the Kansas City Southern Union Pacific N-scale layout. This is going to be a series on my industrial park switching area. Since my last video, I'm getting lots of questions about what I'm switching, what's going where, and etc. So I thought I'd do a little series. Right now I'm showing you the track that comes off the main and goes into the industrial park. Here is my auto parts warehouse, and you can see there's 3 auto parts boxcars ready to be loaded and shipped out. And the track goes down here. There's a set of crossovers right here, and the switch you see there to the right will be going to Hayes Pipe and Steel. Vinny will be making that as soon as his wrist will let him. And then there's a track right here that goes off. And this is where it gets a little tricky. This is going to serve my propane facility and my A-frame boxcar loading for the lumberyard. And I'll explain that in a couple minutes. So that's going to be a double duty track, just because there's not enough room for everything. And then there's another set of crossovers right here so the local can run around. And this is where they run around, right here. And then here's my chip track. And people were asking me, where did you get that loader? Well, I got it from a buddy of mine about 10 years ago, 8 years ago. And he knew a guy that made them for Sierra Pacific, and he doesn't make them anymore. So anyhow, to do the double track, duty track over here on the left, that gave me 12 inches between tracks for Vinny to build a lumberyard building and racks that will go right in there. So that was the reason of the move. You can see these lines right here. This is where the chip track was. And over here is where the boxcar and A-frame loading was, but I had no room here in the middle. So I had to redo that. Anyhow, and this is my cork. This is where my street's going to be, and I'm going to start this project next week. So I wanted to do this little bit of information beforehand and try to get a video out every weekend if I can. So just a little update. Had a couple questions, thought I'd knock it out, and then the road will hook up to this road that goes to a tunnel that goes nowhere. So that is my industrial park. It's in Hayes, Kansas. And when I was a younger guy, my grandfather took me here to watch me switch all these places. Or I used to watch this guy switch these places. And the lumberyard was about 10 miles that way, but obviously we can't do that on these layouts, and so that's why it's like right here in the park itself. So anyhow, I hope to get some roads, and then there's some buildings that go here that I have, and get this done. And as soon as Vinny's ready to rock and roll, we'll get that Hayes Pipe and Steel in there, and this thing will be done. Get some scenery in here, and that'll be it. Anyhow, that's it for this. I'll get back to you next weekend, and hopefully we'll have the roads ready to rock and roll. And then after that, I'm going to start some scenery. I got some fences to put up and buildings. So, all right. Keep rail fanning. Out.